Well, hello guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Well, kind of picked up 60 yards of carpet, then drove about 160 miles, and I got Michael Anthony Fitness changing light fixtures, and you see, I'm painting trim. Get the trim painted, and then, depending on what time I get done with that, start putting down the laminate floor. And hopefully Jack D has a friend that will get the carpet done, so that way I don't have to do it. I can't find my carpet tools, which means I got to buy a carpet kicker and a seaming iron. And this one is one of those difficult jobs because it's 3 rooms that come together, downstairs bedrooms with a hallway. And the bedroom doors actually go at an angle, so the seams are not easy to do. So at this point, it's football season. I'd rather pay somebody else to take care of that for me. And in fact, I'd rather have somebody take care of this painting for me because I don't like that either. So we got some news on the Cowboys injury front. Diggs was out doing individual drills today, which is good. Tyron Smith was doing some rehab work with trainers, which is good. And they say D-Law, although not seen, supposedly also was doing drill work.
D-Law?
You mad at him?
Yeah, I'm mad at him.
Mike
I have a right to be. Just like other Cowboy fans I know are disappointed in that man.
Such a, which ones, are you naming names? Of which other Cowboy fans that are disappointed? He's not naming names. Interestingly enough.
I mean, the man talks all that mess and doesn't produce. Doesn't back it up.
Well, some news, Mike Nolan, well, Everson Griffin admits that the pass rush isn't quite there. And Jalen Smith talked about the system might benefit from being simplified some because they're basically not necessarily knowing exactly where they're supposed to go. And see, this is one of those things about football that if you've never played, you might not understand. Football is about instinct. If you have to think about what your assignment is, you're beat. It has to literally be a reaction. And this is what I keep trying to tell people, that the Dallas Cowboys defense, that they're brought in so many different players and they've changed so much of the scheme that guys are thinking about what they have to do as opposed to just reacting. And that's where I say it takes time. I know Cowboy fans don't want to give anybody any time, but you look at, say, quarterbacks that keep having different offensive coordinators every year, that it's hard for them to actually get good. You know, you could, and I'm not trying to give Baker Mayfield a pass, but you could look at Baker Mayfield and say he's basically been in a different system every year, and that will stunt your growth. And that's possibly why when you heard Pete Carroll talking about the Dallas Cowboys offense, he says, looks like they kept a lot of the old offense that they had before. And that's probably by design because as much as everybody says, oh my God, we're doing the same thing. Here's the thing. You can do something different where nobody knows all of it, right? Or you can do something to perfection that you know how to do, and then supplement. This way, you can keep building on what you already know. And I don't know if that makes sense, because people expect to see night and day wholesale changes without being able to practice it. And so you have to be able to sell what you're doing and know what you're doing. And if you can't do that, making change for the sake of change isn't going to help you any. In fact, it may end up hurting you. So that's why the offense seems like they're ahead of the defense. They didn't do completely everything different than what they were doing before. It was actually wise keeping Kellen Moore with Dak and Curry. But the defense, as I said, Everson Griffin agrees that, hey, we got to do better in pass rush. Jalen Smith admits that, hey, it's complex and we don't know everything just yet, that we're still learning. And even Mike Dolan kind of admits that too. So they're going to get this thing together. I have faith. And what I'm telling you is, I said this earlier in a video, that I'm going to go against normal wisdom. And I'm going to tell you that the Cowboys defense is going to play better than what everybody thinks this week. You got too many guys that know how to play. It's just a matter of them all getting on the same page and getting to know each other. Michael Anthony, though, he don't believe in D-Law anymore. He mad at D-Law. So if D-Law gets 2 sacks this week, will that make you happy? Mike? If D-Law gets 2 sacks this week, will that make you happy?
What happened to that 24 sacks he was talking about last year?
Well, yeah.
That guy.
Did he say 24? No, it was 20. It was 22, wasn't it?
Well, actually, 22 and a half.
Yeah.
So actually 23.
Okay.
Right.
You know, right now, I'd be happy for half of that. You know, this is crazy, you guys. All right, so I'm not a cigarette smoker. Never have been, never want to be, never will be. I will smoke an occasional cigar from time to time, but smoking cigarettes, I'm sorry, what it does to a house, I can't imagine what it does to your lungs. I want you to take a look at this. This and this is the same color paint. Okay, it's too bright, but this is white with 2 drops of black in it. If you get white paint semi-gloss for a project, let me tell you a little trick that somebody taught me, is get 2 drops of black color put into it. And half the time when I tell people at Home Depot that I want 2 drops of black in it, they're like, what? What I was taught is the white doesn't have any pigment to it, and so it doesn't cover as well. You've got to put more and more coats on it. If you put 2 drops of black pigment into it, it doesn't really change the color, but it puts enough pigment into it that you'll put less coats on it. Seriously. And so the other problem is when people smoke heavily in a place, the tar gets on everything. And if they smoke enough, the paint won't stick to the walls. I had one house that they smoked so bad for over 10 years that the paint just rolled off the walls, literally. I had to use this Kills primer that was like $150 for a 5-gallon bucket to prime it. Oh, let me show you something else. This is insane. Okay, look at this. This is. Oh, now I got a better way to show you. Hold on. This is insane. Hold on. I gotta run in here. I use metal plate covers, oversized ones, because sometimes we mess up on the drywall. But look, so this is an oversized plate, right? This is before, okay? Let me hold them up together here. Actually, put them this way. The one on the left is after I cleaned it, it's white. You see how much it's faded? Isn't that insane? That is freaking insane. that tar, look at this. That's literally the difference. That tar is in your lungs if you're a cigarette smoker. That's just nasty. You can kind of see down there where I'm painting the door and how nice and bright that looks. I absolutely hate painting. I hate painting. But when you come in, I've got to do the steps over too. But when you come in, we've got the walls and the ceiling painted with the two tones. It just makes it look that much nicer. But anyway, I got to get back to work up here. At least I got this window painted. I got this door painted and painted the base down through there. So I've got to paint all the base, all the doors, and then we can start putting down the laminate floor and the carpet. All right, peace out.